Make AI tools. There is a new module that is currently available for the beta testers, and luckily I've been invited as one of them, so let's try it. Let's search for Make AI tools. There we go. And what we got? Analyze sentiment, request anything. That's interesting. Yeah, that's probably just like prompting with ChatGPT or something like that. Categorize text, identify language. That's pretty cool. Standardize text, summarize text, translate text, chunk text. Okay, let's try the sentiment, shall we? The first one. Text to analyze. I really don't like this new tool. Hope people from make.com don't listen to this. I wish it was more complicated and difficult to use. A bit of a sarcasm. Return description of the sentiment. Let's select yes and see what happens. Okay, so the sentiment was negative. That's correct. The text expresses dissatisfaction with the new tool, indicating a strong dislike and a desire for it to be more complicated. Love it. Okay, let's try positive sentiment. I really do like this new tool. I wish everyone could use it for free. Let's try that. Now, obviously, the really good thing about this tool, you would normally need to use ChatGPT or Claude or any other LLM, and that would mean spending money on your API. But this, I believe this is just included in your subscription with Make, and all you have spent is one operation, which is like nothing. Positive. The text expresses a favorable opinion about the new tool and a desire for wider access. I love it. So obviously recognizing the sentiment, that works. And the three outputs that you can get from it is positive, neutral, and negative. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try request anything. Let's try that. Do, okay, evaluate this text and make it sound as if it was spoken by a scientist. Why not? And the text is here. So we're going to create a little automation that is made of just to make AI tools. Why not? So obviously it has recognized the sentiment that is a positive, and we got the description, and the second module or output is the text articulates a positive assessment of the newly development tool, highlighting its potential benefits. Furthermore, it conveys a strong advocacy for, I love it. Okay, so the request anything is just like having a free ChatGPT, and it works quite well in terms of just putting words together, I believe. Let's try something else. Categorize text. What's that? Right, let's use the output from the previous one, and I guess you can make some kind of categories. Can you? Let's make one category of positive opinions from wise people, and then I'm going to make another category. For example, common, not very wise people with negative attitude towards their life. And perhaps we could make another category that is totally something else. Opinions about latest pop music. And should we return the explanation for the categorization? Yes. Okay, obviously we need to change the prompt. Randomly create an opinion on music or anything else. So I prompted it to just give us like an opinion or on anything and or on the music, and it has to have a clear indication of the sentiment. So hopefully it falls into one of the categories that we just made. Okay, so let's run it and see what happens. Here is our output. I believe that live music performances are unparalleled experience. Wow. Okay, so yeah, bundle one. Here is our text to be categorized. That's correct. And the categories that we can choose from are here. And it has fallen into the category number 1, positive opinions from wise people. Okay, right. It has basically assigned it for the first category. Even though the text is about the music, it has fallen into the first category as a positive opinion from wise people, because the text that we received, doesn't clearly indicate it's about the pop music. It's basically this comment is more positive focused, and that's why it's falling into the first category, and it doesn't clearly state that it's about the pop music, so it doesn't really fall into the third category. I could probably think of a better example of using this tool, but yeah, it works definitely, and it gives you a little explanation here as well. Yeah, highlighting their emotional impact and the community aspect, which aligns with positive opinions from wise people. So yeah, that works. Let's make another one. Identify the language. That's straightforward. Could we just trust it's going to recognize it as English? It probably is going to do a job. Let's not bother even testing it. What else? Extract information from text. Right. So this is going to extract any information from text. Really, I think this is one of those examples where they're trying to make an extra tool just so it looks as if there are more tools. This really, you could do exactly the same thing with request anything, okay? You could just request to extract a specific piece of information from the given text, but they've created a module for that. I'm just going to trust it's working fine. And what else? Standardize text. Adjust the styles and formats of the text to ensure it's consistent. Okay, here is our text to be categorized. Strange. Let's see how it works. Let's just run our automation again. Okay, didn't do really anything. Oh yeah, okay. If you're just giving it one piece of paragraph that's very consistent in style, then this is not going to do much. It's just going to pass on the same piece of text. However, if it was written by multiple authors, then I believe it would just look at the style and make it consistent in terms of style for all of the authors. So I think the good usage of this tool would be if you need to write an essay and you can throw a lot of different pieces of information coming from different sources and different authors, and if you scrape all of that knowledge and throw it into this module, then it will make the style consistent, I think. Yeah, you could probably read the API documents, but who on earth does that, you know? Identify the language, summarize the text. Again, I think this is just, you could just request anything and say summarize, but let's give it a go. Summarize a text. So let's just unlink this. Okay, and let's give it a go. All right, okay. Oh, why are you not working? What's going on? There we go. So here's our text that we've produced, generated, and the answer is here. So here is a longer text on live music performances, and here is a shorter text like a summary. So that works, but again, I think they're just making up modules for the sake of showing more modules, I think. Anyways, you can translate the text to translate, live music, target language. Let's make it Polish, because English and Polish are the only two languages that I understand. So let's try it, how well the translation works. And with Google Translate being here for years and all of the LLMs, this is nothing special really, is it? So I'm just reading this in Polish, and yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, this is the translations I would do. So yeah, really good. It understands languages really well. Now here's the last one. The last one is chunk text, and I think this is the one that surprisingly I would use the most, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Text to chunk. All right, let's put that in, and chunk size. So enter the number of tokens to use in each chunk. You can use the OpenAI tokenizer to learn about. Oh, okay. So yeah, you need to translate, like if you want to use only like 10 words or one word, you can assume it's going to be a few tokens. I'm just going to put, or no, maybe do 50. That should be just few words. Chunk overlap. If you want text to overlap at the beginning and the end of the chunks. Okay, I don't want the chunks to overlap, so I'm going to put 0. So hopefully it will split that text into smaller sections that will be easily mappable, that you can easily map, if you see what I mean. So let's run it. Oh yeah, that's really good. So that's our full text, and what you get as the output is exactly the same text in a smaller chunks. Now, the way I can see it useful for my automations is what I'm going to do is have a long piece of text, and now I create automated videos using avatars. Now, generating avatars is really expensive. So what I do very often is I generate a longer piece of audio, and I want the avatar to appear only on a certain pieces of text for that audio. So what I'm going to do is send each piece of text to 11 labs to generate audio, and then only some of that audio, only a few of those audio files will be sent off to Hagen to generate the avatar. And I think this is pretty cool. There are ways of doing this without this tool, but definitely this one makes it easier. So yeah, looking forward to using this one. And yeah, and I think that's it. We went through all of the new Make AI tools. Let me know what you think about them. Are you going to use them? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.